Why are people so reluctant to retreat from combat? Because mama didn't raise a that's why. Hey, what's up everybody, SkyDieRay here. Welcome to another DnDGreentext video. Before jumping into this, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It only takes a few seconds, and in case you change your mind, you can unsubscribe later. And if you are already subscribed, I would really appreciate if you would leave a like on the video, cause that helps out. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The Shapeshifter. What's the worst PC you have ever seen? I don't mean worst as in evil, I mean it as in a character. There was this one chick who played a shapeshifter that liked turning into a cat, and that was all her character did. He had a number of other powers, but his personality traits were turns into a cat and is gay. When he wasn't making all of the male PCs who he found attractive carry him around in his cat form, he would be lying around like a lazy asshole because lol cat. He did not contribute to the game. He did something useful precisely once, and then, whenever I asked him, "What is your character doing?" the player would respond, "I don't know, cat stuff." Why was she even playing the game when her character was entirely useless? She dropped out after a few sessions because she didn't feel like her character had anything to do. Imagine my surprise. As bad as that character is, I feel like there's a chance that the player didn't actually intend for it to be like that, just didn't actually know how to roleplay the character. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt, just don't want to assume that everyone is an asshole. I mean, you could spy on people. Who would suspect a cat? In a fantasy setting, everyone is a mimic. Be gay, do catnip. That's a nice summary. So, Garfield without the lasagna. Not exactly. We still don't know this PC's feelings on Mondays. Death of a PC. How did your first player character die? Be me, level 10 human wild sorcerer. Travel into a dungeon crawling with undead. Slaughter my way through the horde in order to make it to the sweet treasure that resides within the tomb. Make it to the final room where I come face to face with a Death Knight. Only have 9 HP left. Attempt to cast Witch Bolt. Wild magic procs. Burst into flames. Take 10 damage. End up burning to a crisp. My face when. Well, hopefully that's a lesson learned. Imagine you're a Death Knight that's been chilling in a tomb for millennia and some guy walks in and just explodes. Do all humans do this now? Kicks corpse. Huh, guess so. That's neat. Perhaps humans have regressed over the years. To be fair though, if you're fighting a boss and only have 9 health left, at character level 10, you've pretty much signed away your life anyway. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. Although imagine what the Death Knight saw. A person comes up to you after slaughtering everyone else. He points his hands at you and just dies. Power move. The last resort. PC behaves suicidally yet again, intentionally triggering traps, flipping off NPCs, and generally doing lol random. If I punish him by killing that character, who he has absolutely no attachment to, he'll just make another one without blinking an eye, and I will have to introduce him into the story, which is a punishment for me. If I don't punish him, I'm encouraging this behavior. Talking didn't help. He promised to cut this down and proceeded to forget about it immediately. All at the table are opposed to the idea of kicking him, because the player is a cool guy you can have a beer with. DMing is an eternal pain. There is only one option. Kill the player. Yeah. You might want to consult with your lawyer before doing that. But sure, it might work. Oh my god, dude. I just noticed the video on top. It has a title, How to Improve Your Life. And I think the guy in the video, I think he's just tying a rope. Jesus Christ, dude. Had a good friend trying to do that in one of my sessions. He was pissing everyone, characters and players, off and generally being an ass. So I just had a guard throw him in jail and made him stay there until he decided to actually play the game. Then the party went to free him. This is a good one. Trap them in their wretched character. I was thinking maybe a trap or cursed item with feeble mind, so they're an idiot that can't do anything until the party takes pity on them and gets someone to remove the curse. But I think I like your jail idea better. Or just say, your character is allowed to retire whenever. just talk to me about it so we can discuss integrating a new one. Dev doesn't need to be the end of the story for your character. You missed the part where the DM doesn't want to figure out the logistics of reshuffling the party dynamic and writing new storylines. For this situation, I would just gather everyone together, explain the situation, and then tell them that if the behavior continues, this will be the last session. How dare you suggest a mature and rational way to solve the problem? It's all about petty revenge and passive aggressiveness. Don't you know? Why can't we just go back to the basics, guys? I always tell you. We don't need to interact with the characters or with the story or with the campaign or anything. We just need to go back to the basics and just have combat for multiple hours, endless hours, just forever combat, and that's what makes the game fun, you know? Cause you see, trying to complicate it with nonsense like roleplay and whatnot, it just makes it hard to play. It just doesn't make it fun anymore. I regret taking True Polymorph. After 1.5 years, I finally hit level 17 as a warlock. Get True Polymorph. Haha, I'm invincible now. Fight a level 20 Tempest Storm Cleric. She has some sort of thunder weapon. First time using True Polymorph. Get an amazing idea. I'll just turn into a Storm Giant and be immune to her. Turn into Storm Giant, 230 health, immune to all her thunder and lightning damage. I am invincible. First round of initiative. She goes first. She crits me. DM asks to roll a Constitution saving throw. Roll a 14. I die. God damn it, dude. Oh fuck, man, I'm so sorry. She had a Hammer of Thunderbolts, a legendary instant kill giant slaying weapon when it hits with a crit. I feel silly. Okay, no. Okay, never mind. It all ends kinda well in the end, so okay. Edit. Don't worry, my character's alive. Raw, I should have died. DM homebrewed it, so I dropped just... Okay, again, I'm not having a stroke, it's just the text, okay. DM homebrewed it, so I just dropped Polymorph and started at half health, as it was such a weird circumstance. We knew she had Hammer of Thunderbolts before we fought her, I just didn't know it instantly killed giants. Attacks were rolled publicly, and the crit was naturally rolled. Storm Giants have a +10 to Constitution saving throws. Did you remember to apply that? If you did and still rolled a 4, then that's a major bad luck. Lesson learned. Instead of TPing yourself into something stronger, TP them into something weaker. Sadly, she's a cleric. True Polymorph is a wisdom saving throw. I knew she'd have minimum +12 saving throw. True Polymorph into a satyr an hour or two before your party intends to confront her, and challenge her to the most legendary of drinking duels, as satyrs often do. Pretty sure wisdom is the first thing to go when you are 12 different shades of drunk. Dungeons and Dragons is more important than homework as far as I'm concerned. Be me. Have 7 hours of homework to do. Do 28 hours after my session is meant to start. We always play for around 8 hours. Do not care, for it is time to assume my role by playing Cavalry Paladin. Be stabbing things with lance and smacking things with maul when the opportunities present. Want to do homework, but that is rude and the game is fun. One of our party members is nice silent for the entire campaign, requires prompting for every action he takes. He's just tired, .jpg. Session finishes, awesome night, lots of really good combat, players are excited for next week. Bid everyone a good night and farewell, for I enjoyed my time and the company of my companions. I have homework, I shall see you guys on Tuesday, I will not have time to game tomorrow. Why didn't you just do your homework while we played? Silent player was doing homework the entire time. Shocked Pikachu.png. What the f, man? Okay, now it's time I read you guys the edit. Guys, the title of the thread is ironic. I was making fun of myself for making awful decisions that definitely negatively impact my academic performance. Please don't play games instead of focusing on studying. School is important. As a DM and guildmaster, MMORPGs, real life always takes priority. I have had people doing homework at the table and during events, and I have been the guy needing to get work done with a deadline. Your real life commitments should always be number one, especially if it's school or work. Retreat is for the weak. Why are people so reluctant to retreat from combat? Because mama didn't raise a that's why. Retreating is not really a strat D&D, and most systems, to be honest, are designed for. Opportunity attacks, monsters typically having a lot of movement plus possible legendary actions, etc. If you're playing with tracked XP per kill, players will want to fight it out for the XP or chase down opponents to not lose out on XP. That, and it's typically assumed the DM won't build an encounter just for players to run. Need to make it super obvious if they're meant to run. Best case scenario, you set expectations ahead of time with players regarding combat tactics. If you'll bite off more than you can chew, expect to die if you don't run away. X monsters are defending their territory and won't or can't chase you. Routing enemies grants their XP as if they had perished. So on and so forth. Alright, time for some comment reviews. Why is everyone such a jerk to noobs? Don't punish them for not knowing the game. Show them the ropes. After they at least know what they're doing, then you can ramp up the difficulty. I don't know, I think this is common in not just for D&D, like in different games or communities or whatever with new people. Also, it might also just be a little case of gatekeeping. You know, trying to keep the game without any noobs in it and gatekeeping it from new people or something like that. Gaston can't be a ranger because people actually respect him. Do they though? Like, I think I remember Gaston dying or like being sent away or something at the end of the movie, one of those two. I don't think it ended well for him at the end of Beauty and the Beast. He hunts and is good with a bow, therefore he's likely a ranger. Nah man, totally a fighter. He doesn't do anything that even relates to a spell, and fighters can be as good as a ranger easily. Wait, okay. Gaston is a fighter, straight up. No bard levels, nothing. He took leadership, has a follower, and spent skill points to get singing. He has a good charisma score at least, possibly high, though he's obviously wealthy and that would make up any difference needed. Okay, I might have jumped to conclusions when I said last time that Gaston is a ranger. My bad. So he's a fighter? Because he doesn't have spells and a companion, and well, his ranger and bard tendencies can be explained, I guess. Many seem to forget, but healing spells once counted as necromancy. I don't think they should be. I mean, they're not anymore, but I don't think they should be. Alright, before ending this video, I want to tell you guys that in case you haven't seen yesterday's upload, there's the video with a giant force me a sword that I promised based on your comments. And yeah, that's up now, and I'm hoping to make it into a series, so if you want you can check it out. There's a question for a possible future video in a series with that, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it if you haven't seen it yet. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to everyone supporting the channel on Patreon, guys, I really appreciate it. So yeah, thanks a lot for that. Links below if you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, if you want to join the Discord server or support me on Patreon. And yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye!